Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Uncut. It's your boy kama kawaida, Charlie, Charlie, and it being our day to the week, and today we're gonna be doing the voices of the young. This will be the first episode that will be dropping of the voices of the young, and I'm looking forward to having fun. If you want to reach us, you can always contact us through our phone number 0758352411. You can also contact us via WhatsApp, the same number 0758352411. And before I start the show, first of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to some of my friends who have always supported me when it comes to this show. A big shout out goes to Sam and also JC, aka J, aka Jerry. And today we're going to be talking about voices of the young. We as the young people, we are supposed to be talking about a few things that always tend to affect us. The worst part, okay, let me say this in terms of us being young. Most of us are educated. That's one thing you're supposed to know. Most of us have gone to campus, but when it comes to matters job is the hardest thing to find in this country. I don't know how to put this word, and also starting a business is the hardest thing you can ever do as a young man, because literally the let me start with this. Matters rent, matters tax, matters, like, let me say this, giving time to the business to be established or have a very good foundation. It takes time. But one thing today, I'll be advising my fellow peers to tell them that giving up is not a solution. At the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do so as for you to be able to keep up with your bills, keep up with whatever is happening in this life. Because, like, nowadays people die at a very tender age. Some people die at 20 years, others die at 19, others die at 18, others die at 30, others die at 40. But for me, if you're a young man, it's way better you make the big steps right now rather than you wait for the right time. People tend to say that life starts at 40, but for me, I believe life starts the day you were born. Because the day you were born, that's when you started facing challenges of life. And to all the young people who are out there, don't give up when it comes to matters job finding. You can also be your own boss, but being your own boss is the hardest thing. Because, let me say this, people always tend to have their own businesses, but running the business, it's the hardest thing. That's one thing you're supposed to know. Because people always assume that whenever I have my own business, I'll be the boss. Yeah, you'll be the boss. Trust me, when it comes to matters facing losses, you'll be the boss to keep up with the bills, keep up with the supply, keep up with your employee. In case you have hired someone, you'll have to pay him, you'll have to deliver all the time. For me, if you're a young man, first of all, I always tend to advocate, don't be in a rush to start your own business. First of all, there's something known as experience, and experience you can get it through reading the books. Because one thing I always tend to say is the market and the times, they usually tend to be different. For instance, when if we compare the year 1990 something and the current situation right now, we can't say that the market it's still the same. So as for me, I always tend to say that for a young man, don't be in a rush to start your own business. First of all, be employed, get a few, let me say this, get experience before you start jumping or running into a certain business. Because I can remember when in the year 2013 2014, that's when, okay, the biashara ya nduthi ilianza kushika. Biashara ya nduthi, I'm talking about the motorbikes. So hapo ndo ilianza kupik, and most of the young people ventured into buying the motorbikes, nini nini nini. All of a sudden, right now the market is flooded with motorbikes. So wanapata, in terms ya making money, you're not making money the same way people were making in the year 2013. And also, I'm gonna use another example of a business that we as the young people ran or jumped into, the industry of, let me say this, the business of selling clothes. Unapata, most of us, like, let me say this, when this business peaked in the year 2017, if I'm right, yeah, unapata, like, most of the people were investing in look, unapata mtu amefungua a small shop, anauza viatu, anauza manguo. I'm talking about the designer clothes and designer t-shirts. So ilifika point ukapata hiyo market ikakuja ikakuwa flooded mpaka size imekufa, cause unapata same mtu ana prefer like, let me go to Gikomba, get my own look from there, cause nikienda huko it's much cheaper first of all, and the probability of me getting a very legit product, it's very high. So for me, when it comes to young people, let's not be in a hush, be in a hurry to be our own bosses. I've tried that before and I failed it drastically. I'm speaking out of experience, and I'm not saying that you will fail. No, I'm not saying that you're going to fail. But at the end of the day, before you venture into a certain business, please have some knowledge about it. Be more knowledgeable when it comes to handling that business more than anything, because like starting a business is a very easy thing, but keeping the business up to date, up to, like, let me say this, it's running on a day-to-day basis, that's the hardest part. Because whenever you tend to start a business, first, one thing you're supposed to know, you need to be committed to your business. Your business is your baby and it's your number one priority. So when you start your own business, you need to be committed to your business first before anything. And mine is very simple. Young people, let's not be in a rush. Let's take time, know the market first before we venture into anything, and let's have that knowledge first of all before we rush. Kama kawaida, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, tell a friend to tell a friend that there's something happening in the Daily Uncut, and eat ambogi. And if you want to support us, the M-Pesa number is 0758352411. That's the M-Pesa number. You can always drop something to help us come back, bring more ideas, educate more young people. It's been your boy kama kawaida, CHARLIE, Charlie. Boom, out and running. Boom, 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 boom.